Hi, Christian Bates here, Osteopath, Naturopath and author of Calming Colic. So I have, on the website, I have surveys that you can answer that basically go through the process that I would go through when I have a baby and the mum here. Virtually all the questions I ask, and it's a really nice little form you can fill out and survey, and basically every question that's on there has a relevance to me that would help me help your crying baby. So I've got loads of these surveys that have come in, and I thought I'd go through one and then kind of explain to you what it means to me. So, for example, on this survey, you know, that the mum's given an 8 out of 10 for the amount that her baby is crying and refluxy and upset, and an 8 out of 10 for the upset to the family. And these are kind of ways that you can obviously measure how upset a baby is, but disturbing the family lifestyle. One of the questions is, does your baby hate laying on their back? That's a yes. For me, that means that the baby has probably had a C-section or some sort of traumatic birth, which means that they're arching this way or they're in a little ball. And next question is, how was your delivery? Emergency C-section. So emergency C-section baby has probably got stuck. Something's gone wrong, so they've had lots of compressions on the baby, which upsets the baby, can make them cry when they come out. But then they have a C-section, and the C-section leaves the babies curled up in a ball. Their knees are coming up, and because they're probably stiff this way, but with little curled up knees, they don't like laying on their back. So you can't put these babies down. You've got to hold them up in the ball all the time. As soon as you put them down, they wake up. Okay, so we're starting, I haven't even seen this baby. We're starting to get an impression of what's going on, why this baby is crying, and then how we can help the baby. Okay, how stressful was your pregnancy? 9 out of 10, so super stressful. So, and how stressed are you? The mum is 9 out of 10 stress as well. Stress passes to the baby. If you're breastfeeding, you pass the stress hormones in your breast milk to the baby. If you're not breastfeeding, you still pass the stress to the baby. The stress, excuse me, from the delivery, about how stressed you are now. I know it's a tricky one to kind of all of a sudden be not stressed, because you just got this horrible cycle of baby crying, you stressed, baby crying. But it's good to know that that is the case. And if you've got some help, then you have someone else come in. You know what it's like, you've seen it. Your baby's crying, you're stressed, wound up. Give them someone else who's chilled out, baby calms down. And a really big some research showed that mums that were stressed had refluxy babies. It was actually the stress in the mum made the baby more refluxy, because stress shuts the digestion down in us, therefore probably in the baby. Okay, so I wonder if the baby is refluxy. This is a really interesting one. I asked the question in the survey, did you or your baby have antibiotics during the delivery or the breastfeeding? The answer to this is no. Okay, the mum had a C-section. That means yes, she 100% had antibiotics because she had a C-section. Okay, she doesn't know she's had antibiotics, and antibiotics and C-section are the two major causes of a baby being colicky. So even if the mum knows that antibiotics can cause colic, she doesn't know she's had them. Okay, so big tip, if you had a C-section, you definitely got antibiotics. And the way to treat that is with the probiotics, the C-section and the antibiotics. The probiotics help establish the gut bacteria back in the baby. Okay, there's lots of videos, and this is all in my book explaining the whole lot. Okay, let's have a look. So how many times a day does your baby have a poo? That was one of the questions, and the mum's put 8. Okay, as soon as I see that, then I know that the baby's had antibiotics or C-section, because the tummy's upset. So now they'll have lots of poos through the day, and they can be watery. You can get 2 or 3 decent poos, and then loads of little watery poos. So you're changing the nappy the whole time. Okay, so even from that question, we know that the baby's had antibiotics, yet the mum doesn't know she has, but she has. And the probiotics, the good bacteria that we give, the specialist ones for babies, they will fix this. The baby needs it because of the antibiotics, the C-section, even the stressful delivery, and that will calm the baby's tummy down, and then you'll get a happier baby. Okay, and the mum has typed in here, that she's getting a dirty nappy all the time. Okay, so we knew that already. The mum says that she's anxious and stressed. That's one of the other comments, and she's 9 out of 10 tired. No wonder the baby will be up all night. Babies don't sleep whilst they're having a poo, usually. Okay, so if this baby's pooing 9 times a day, then and they're usually really gripey, grunty and groany and producing not much, just a little bit of poo, these babies don't sleep. Okay, right, coming to the end, a few more. The mum's drinking loads of coffee because she's tired. The research on coffee, when you look it up, shows that it's okay to drink. If you look a bit deeper like I do, you then come to the decision that it could keep your baby up if you're drinking coffee and breastfeeding. Okay, so if the baby's not sleeping, it's worth cutting your coffee out for a week or so and seeing how you're getting on. Okay, so she's getting blood sugar slumps. Okay, really interesting one, which means she's not eating very well, so she's feeling more stressed because she's not eating well, and you can just see this whole cycle and cycle and cycle of she's not eating well, she's hungry, breastfeeding might not be so good, she's tired, she's having coffee, yeah, and then we're just getting an irritable baby. And the last one to finish on, which is really interesting as well, is I asked the question, are you taking iron supplements or any supplements? She's taking iron supplements. Okay, what's the thing that everyone knows about iron supplements when you take them as an adult? Gives you a tummy problem. Usually gives you constipation, but it can give you an upset tummy the other way. So if the mum's breastfeeding and taking iron supplements, they will go through to the baby, and the baby will have a gripey tummy as well. Okay, so I'll put the link to this survey under this video, and that gives basically every question that I would ask, and there's an answer to everything on here, which I have written in the book, on the website as well, and I'll start doing these hopefully daily if I get time between treating the babies, but I'll start going through these as well. But have a look at the survey, and everything, all the answers to that are in my book. Okay, thanks very much. That's Christian Bates, Calming Colic author.